Good evening and welcome on the 31st of December 2021 in Chapel of the Holy Family in Mordbach Hochkönig. I wanted to share with you a message from Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Do your little bit of good where you are. It's those little bits of good together that overwhelm the world. So I thought that as we come together in the chapel this evening, light the candles, and give you a little bit of quiet time to think about that little bit of good that you've done over this past year that has perhaps modified you, transformed you, changed you in some way that has been quite loving, caring, and made a difference for yourself, for a stranger, for those you love, for those that you pray for. When I think of this, I think of, first of all, I think of the people that have no one to pray for them. I think of people that have been struggling to leave their homeland, to create a safer place for their children, for their women, for their families. I think about people that we've been praying for, especially in the last few months, that have developed serious illnesses. I think about people that I spoke with today who lost loved ones to COVID. I think about those who have spent Christmas alone because their loved ones are in a care home someplace and they have no memory. That little bit of good. We've talked about that little bit of good a lot this year, and it does overwhelm the world. So I pray that as you come to the end of this day, that you find a time to think about that little bit of good that you did, that has put a light or a love in somebody's face, has made their day a bit easier, and it never has to be big things. It can be a card, it can be offering to buy groceries for someone. It can be a smile, a stranger, letting somebody first on the Straßenbahn, opening a door for someone. If there's anything we want at the end of this year, is to leave this year with a heart filled with love, gratitude, and hope. So that we get back to who we truly are, who we've been called to be, and how in 2022 we can create change in this world if we focus on being that little flame of light with other little flames, as some of them do not want to spark. Some of them want to stay empty. That's not our problem, because our focus is love. Our focus is to be one humanity, and to become the transformation in this world from indifference and selfishness to reaching out to the other, to be there for the other. Because when we do that, we're changed as everyone else has changed. So let's all do our little bit of good this year. At the end of this day, that we may with joy and with expectation awake to 2022 with only good things in our hearts, in our attitudes, in our minds, and our whole being. Let's make that our resolution. And I pray that each one of you becomes one of these little flames of light to lighten this world. Happy New Year.